The Florida Crop BMP data template provides researchers with a spreadsheet-based template for documenting experiments. One of the strengths of the template is that it can be easily updated with new variables and data using a variety of methods without impacting existing data. This video will demonstrate several ways to easily update your Florida Crop BMP data template. Whether starting with a blank template or working with an existing one, updating the template follows the same procedure. First, back up the current BMP workbook. Next, identify the target sheet and cell address in the BMP workbook in which the data will be entered. Determine whether any new variables need to be defined in row 4. Then, read the data from the source location. This could be from sources like other workbooks or CSV files. Enter or copy the data to the worksheet. Be sure to do any calculations prior to uploading, never use formulas in the template, and be careful when sorting or hiding columns. Next, verify that the data were copied correctly, and as needed, update the dictionaries. Finally, save the updated BMP workbook. There are 3 approaches to entering data into the template. All 3 have value, depending on the need and the volume of metadata. The simplest is manual entry. The second is to copy and paste. The third option is with software tools such as R, Python, or SAS. Let's look at option 1, manual data entry. For information such as names of experiments, researchers, and sites, manual entry is usually sufficient, although it risks introducing typographic or spelling errors. Larger amounts of data, such as from field notes on crop management, may also be entered by hand. The main recommendation is to verify that data are transcribed correctly. Be especially careful with Excel's capabilities for autofill and sorting. Option 2 is copying data via the clipboard. For data in digital formats, simply copying and pasting the data from one source into the BMP template is efficient and reduces typing errors. The key to success is to ensure that the desired data are selected correctly and that the data are copied to the intended target cells. With larger sets of data, it's especially important to ensure that data rows are correctly aligned with identifiers. To assist visual verification, most BMP workbook sheets include redundant identifiers like experiment ID, site, or treatment number. The third option is to copy data via an R script or other software. For large amounts of data or data that are continually processed from field measurements using R, SAS, Python, or similar tools, the best option is to create scripts that copy the data digitally. To demonstrate the use of an R script, we'll work with data from a Gainesville experiment dealing with peanut fertilization from 1982. For this project, we'll be downloading several files from GitHub, so let's begin by preparing your workstation for the project. First, we'll create a working folder called Demo2 on our PC. Within this folder, we'll need 2 new folders, Data and Updated. Next, log on to GitHub, navigate to Florida Crop BMP datasets, and under Tools, select Data Uploading Script. Within this folder, you'll find the subfolder testdata/data, as well as the R script we'll be using, Upload Data Florida Crop BMP Dataset version 1.0. We'll download the R script to the working folder on our PC. In the test data folder, you'll find 3 datasets. FLBMP UFGA 8201 Peanut Partial is the BMP workbook we'll be updating. The other 2 datasets, the Excel spreadsheet Gainesville 1982 updates and the CSV file Weather Gainesville 1982, contain the data we'll be importing. Download the 3 datasets and move them into the data folder. Be sure to make a backup copy of the BMP workbook before starting the process. From the working folder, double-click on the script to open RStudio. While the script includes 3 cases to perform, for brevity, we'll only deal with the first 2. The script includes some introductory text and explanations on how the script works, which should help you when you try the 3rd case on your own. The first case is to add daily weather data from the CSV file Weather Gainesville 1982 to the worksheet W2 Daily Weather Data in the BMP workbook. The script loads the BMP workbook from the data folder and creates a workbook object WB to update. Then it locates the source file Weather Gainesville 1982 in the data folder. Since it's a CSV file, the weather data is read with the function read CSV. The script then creates the R data frame weather upload and summarizes the content. After a quick review, we see that the data frame has all but one of the variables in the daily weather data worksheet. It lacks the variable weather station ID, so it is added as a 7th column, and the cells are populated with the value UFGA. To match the current workbook, the columns of the data frame need to be reordered, so weather station ID in the 7th column appears first, followed by the original 6 variables. After confirming that the target sheet appears in the file to be updated, we can complete the process with the Add Data function. Starting at row 4, column 1, the data in weather upload will overwrite the existing variable names in row 4 and the actual data in the rows below. We'll run the script up to this point, and we'll see that the weather data has been added to the R data frame weather upload. And that concludes the first case. The modified work object still needs to be saved, but we'll take care of that after completing the second case. Our second case concerns appending new variables and data from an Excel spreadsheet to an existing record. As with the first case, we'll use the same peanut fertilization experiment dataset as the existing record. The target sheet within that record is O2 yield summary and will be referred to as old growth data. The source data will be drawn from the worksheet Growth found in the workbook Gainesville 1982 Updates. It's located in our data folder on the PC and will be referred to as New Growth Data. A quick summary shows that while each set contains a number of unique variables, they both share the variable plot ID, which will be needed to merge the 11 columns of new data with the existing data. When we create the file Merge Growth, however, we discovered that the names on the data frame need to be reordered before we can merge them. Once the columns are aligned, we can merge the old and new growth data and add it to the workbook. That completes the second case in this demonstration. The script contains one more case, which deals with fertilizer records. We encourage you to review that portion of the R script, but for now, we'll proceed with saving the first 2 cases. Before the actual command to write to the workbook, we can add additional formatting to the worksheets, like centering or justifying data within cells, and ensuring that the saved workbook opens to the first sheet. When the processing is complete, a message shows that the workbook has been saved in the updated folder in our working drive, and the file name has also been updated to reflect the changes. Be aware that the current script does not update the dictionary sheets or add units to data sheets. Opening the updated BMP workbook, we can check the updates. First, we see that the sheet W2 Daily Weather Data has the identifier Weather Station ID added. Then sheet O2 Yield Summary has the additional columns of data. This concludes the demonstration of updating a BMP dataset using an R script. We emphasize that this script provides examples of how data might be entered using software like R. The user will have to adapt the script to their own data, including modifying file names and paths, but it is an efficient way to add large quantities of data to the BMP template. Florida's agriculture industry depends on up-to-date best management practices, reinforced by reliable research. By following the FAIR principles and building on the ICASA data standards, the Florida Crops BMP data template will generate valuable and accessible datasets for ongoing BMP research, ultimately giving farmers the guidance they need to remain competitive while protecting Florida's natural resources. This 4-part training module provides an overview of the structure and use of the Florida Crop BMP data template. For questions and comments, users can consult the other instructional videos in the series or follow the links for additional information on the FDACS website.